Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are facing a growing threat from terrorists and violent extremists within the EU. This threat has mutated and evolved over the last few years. The threat is motivated by a wide range of ideologies. We have groups inspired by right-wing extremism, others by nationalism, and of course the persistent threat from Al-Qaeda and other religious extremists. The range of ideologies behind terrorist activities is one part of the problem. But we also have to face new and developing trends in this activity. For example, the lone wolf trend is becoming more and more of a threat. Anders Breivik showed us just how deadly individual terrorists can be when he committed the atrocities in Oslo and Utøya. And Mohammed Merah acted alone when he went on a killing spree in Toulouse and Montauban. Another emerging trend that needs a response is the issue of foreign fighters. Increasing numbers of Europeans are travelling abroad to train and fight, especially in Syria. We know that at least 1,200 Europeans have left so far, and more are following. On their return, they can pose a significant threat to our security. Individual terrorists and foreign fighters do not become radicalized on their own, and it is becoming easier and easier to access radicalizing material. New ways of communicating allow terrorists to spread their propaganda more effectively than ever before and to reach more people who are vulnerable to their harmful messages. These trends and development mean that to prevent terrorist activity, we have to go beyond the normal tools of traditional law enforcement. We need to take a broader approach that works with a range of actors across all sections of society. This broader approach will be made stronger by cooperation across Europe. By sharing best practices within the EU, we can respond more effectively to the near challenges we face. In 2011, we launched the Radicalisation Awareness Network. This is a group of over 700 experts and practitioners who work every day to counter radicalisation to violence in Europe. The network's working group focuses on preventing radicalisation in a range of environments, including in prison systems, policing and healthcare. In January 2014, building on the work of the network, the Commission published a proposal on how the EU could better prevent radicalisation towards terrorism and violent extremism. The communication made 10 recommendations for Member States and provided them with a toolbox to help the work to prevent people turning to terrorism. We highlighted the need to work with frontline practitioners who work with individuals at risk, to train them and to help them respond to signs of radicalisation. We pointed out how important it is to encourage critical thinking amongst young people and to strengthen their resilience to radical propaganda. We recognised how important community groups can be in preventing radicalisation and committed to cooperating more closely with them. The UK has played a leading role in counter-terrorism efforts in the EU. I'm glad to see the expertise it has developed in this area being strengthened through cooperation with such a wide range of European partners. By working with frontline agencies and practitioners in several EU member states, the project on improving security by democratic participation will increase our ability to safeguard people who are vulnerable to radicalisation and to protect them and their communities. I'm therefore grateful to all participants in the training programme. Your efforts are immensely important to prevent terrorism and violent extremism. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a very nice training session.